This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, in the last session, we have seen the hierarchy of the collections, right? So, any questions in that hierarchy? And also, we discussed most important concepts like iterable uh, sequence, and in the sequence also we have seen a different other type of sequences. Any questions in that? Okay. If no questions, let's move to the list. Okay, list is one of the one of the class from this sequence, right? If you see that hierarchy, let me see whether the hierarchy. Let me check the okay. One second, let it load it. Yeah. If you see this hierarchy in this traversable, iterable sequence, indexed sequence, and linear sequence, right? Your list comes, your list comes here in the sequence, indexed sequence and linear sequence. In the linear sequence, we will get the list. We are going to talk about this. So this list is an abstraction class. List is an abstraction class. Okay. So let's talk about these are different data structures actually. They are different data structures. So as we discussed earlier, list is backed by array. List is backed by array. What does it mean? Whatever the elements you store into the list, or whatever the objects you're going to store into the list, they will internally in the background growable array. When I say growable array, when I say growable array, normally the arrays are fixed in size, but in collections, normally arrays are fixed in size, but in the collections, the these arrays will grow, these collections will grow dynamically. They will grow. Okay, when you keep on putting the elements into the list, when you keep on putting the elements into the list will grow, right? So this list backed by array, dynamically growable array. This array, as you already aware, as you already aware, we see this list is backed by array, as I said. So when you are saying it's array, it has an index, it maintains the index. When you have an index, it will maintain the insertion order. It will maintain the insertion order. What is the insertion order? Can you tell me? What is the insertion order?
The order in
The
which we
order,
insert various objects
yes,
or
yes,
elements.
yes. The order we insert the elements. The order we insert the elements. Suppose I'm putting objects like, let's take an employee objects, okay? Employee. So I have set of employee objects. I'm putting one by one. First, I have loaded a Ravi object. I added a Ravi object into the list. Let's go to the first position, which is 0. Next, Veera. Next, Kumar. Next, Rishabh. Next, Venkat. Like that, one by one, we will keep insert. Whatever the order it goes to the memory or the collection, the same order will maintain. and it allows the duplicate. Try to remember, this is the most important feature of this list. It allows the duplicates. What list does? It allows the duplicates. So it will not complain that, hey, you are giving me existing object or something. It allows. It will not complain anything. It allows the duplicates. Not only that, not only that, it also allows the nulls. It also allows the nulls. Any questions about the features of the list? Any questions?
Ravi, in this list, can we store a nested list as well, like list inside list?
Yes, list inside list we can have.
Okay.
Okay. So since it got these functionalities from his parent is sequence, correct? These functionalities it got by its parents called sequence. Okay. So in the list, in this list, how to create a list, how to pass elements to the list, we will see. Okay. Let's see the couple of different ways to create it. I think we have seen it in the earlier session, but still let's go ahead and see. Just go with this. Look at here, the first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, and so on. This is one way of creating it. There are different ways of creating it. You guys can look at here. I think we discussed about these things. I don't think I need to repeat them. If you didn't understand, please let me know. This way also you can write. Okay, there is one more way. It's not about one more, the same way only, but you are specifying your data type. You're just specifying your data type. You can specify the data type. Suppose I'm going to load integers, then we load integers in it. You load integers in it. Like this. Like this. Please make a note. Please make a note, because these are important. People may ask an interview, and they may ask you to write also. Sometimes they may ask you to write, okay, hey, create a list with these elements. People may ask you to write elements or create a list. They can tell you take some list with different objects and load. And also, if you guys remember, we have created a list with different elements also. We have created a list with different elements also. Okay. Different elements. I have also shown you so how it will take the data type 1, 2, 3. Can anyone tell me what will be this list data type? What will be this list data type?
Double.
Double. Correct. Okay. This list data type will be double. So it's not a homogeneous, it's a heterogeneous. You can have any type of elements in it. You can have a heterogeneous. Similarly, you can take a different type of elements. Like let's say if I take C, Now tell me what is the type of it?
Any?
Any
Not any. Not any.
any val. Any val.
Yes.
Still it is
But
taking double.
can anyone tell me why?
It is
Still,
taking the
It
ASCII
is
value
Double
taking
of
is the
the
highest.
ASCII value of C.
ASCII value of C.
65, 66,
taking
67. The ASCII value of C is
ASCII value.
67.
Yes, correct.
Capital C.
Sorry, I was also mistaken. Actually, if you guys remember, when you are assigning a character to the number type, internally it will take the ASCII value. Suppose if I take now now
Now it will be any val.
Any val only.
any value. If I
It's a
go with
Boolean type,
this,
right?
yes. If I go with this,
Then it is any.
then it is any.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Suppose if you want to fetch a specific position of element, we have already seen this. Okay, let me ask this. You guys remember the range, fill, tabulate? Any questions in this?
No questions, Avi.
No, Ravi.
Now, can anyone tell me, I want to traverse through the list. Want to traverse through the list. How will I traverse through? How will I traverse through? Let's say this is my list. I want to traverse through this list and print the elements. We have seen in the last session.
For each we can use.
Yes. List dot for each.
Println.
Okay. Just write a println. Just write a println. If you don't like this, what you can do? You can write take element to print side by side. You can write like this. You can write like this. I want to concatenate two lists. I want to concatenate two lists or merge two lists. Can anyone tell me how to do? Let's do one thing.
Concat list, we can pass parameters in that operation. We can use concat as keyword and then do that. Otherwise, we can have 3 colons between two lists that
Very
will
good.
concatenate. And we can use double plus sign also to do that.
Yes. Let's see with the double plus sign. Let me execute these lists, then I can easily do those operations. Okay, these are the set of lists which are. Let's do concatenating two lists. We'll concatenate with the plus plus. You guys can look at here. These are the 3 different ways to concatenate. These are the 3 different ways to concatenate. So what is the scenario when we may need to do concatenate? The scenarios are, let's say when you read two set of lists, and those two lists has to be concatenated, make it a single list, we'll go with the plus plus or colon colon, triple colon, and you can use the concatenate. Let me do one thing. I will concatenate the list. I will concatenate with the list and I'll assign concat list equal to, I will do list 4 plus list. Okay, now I got the bigger list, so it has duplicates also. If you guys remember earlier, there are set of methods who are there. Please try to concentrate. These are quite important. There are different methods are there. Those methods, like we'll call them as a higher order functions. Okay, those methods are, let me show you in the API, map, flat map, filter. Do you guys remember? Distinct. The plus plus we have seen here. This is the plus plus symbol. Okay. Collect. We will see these things now. These are filter. Okay. Drop. We will see one by one. Not all. It's not really possible to check everything. We will see few which are important. Flat map, fold left, fold right. Okay, so we'll look at these things. Okay, first let's go with plus plus we completed, and let's check to copy to array. These are all very simple. Count. Let's see the count. You can see here, count the number of elements in the traversable and try to satisfy the predicate used to test element. Returns the number of elements that moves the predicate p. Let's see what is this count. Concat list dot count. Need to use missing element method on this. Okay. Sorry, it's a true false is expecting. I'm not really sure. Let me check this. What it is expecting. Required boolean. I will check this. I will check and come back on this. Let's look at the drop. Select all elements except first n elements. The number of elements to drop from the traversal collection. Let's look at this. A list. I said drop. First, we'll print the list. Dot drop. We will see one. 2 times is there, right? Just drop the first element. Just drop the first element. Let me drop. But if you do concatenate, it's not get modified because it's immutable one, right? It's not modified. It's immutable one. So if you assign it, it will modify. It's not that modified. It will create a new object. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me drop 2. Let me drop 2. Okay. It means 1, 3 should not be there. 1 and 3 should not be there. Let's see. Yeah, 1 and 3 is not there. 1 and 3 is not there. Okay. Okay. Look at here. 1 and 3 is not there. Similarly, let's go with the next method. Filter. Let's see filter. Filter. These are frequently used one. Okay. So I want to filter based on some condition. Based on some condition. So let's say whichever is divisible by 2, successfully divisible by 2, I want to take them. Filter. I think this method is there already. Filter like this. Whichever is greater than 2 or whichever is divisible by 2 or whichever the condition you want to write. Okay. Let's say this. Filter, take element. The element is successfully divisible by 2, modulo by 2 equal to 0. Then only take. Otherwise, don't take. Let's see. Whichever is successfully divisible by 2, only those numbers only printed. Okay. So you see in that above list, yeah, if you have confusion, you can just print this. In this 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. These are all odd numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, these are the only numbers will be divisible. These are the only numbers will be divisible. The filter we will write like this. Or if you want to any condition, that's what I know. I have shown you a simple condition here. It can be any condition. Is this clear to everyone? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Ravi.
Yeah, Ravi, yeah.
Okay, this is about filter. Filter we will be frequently using, guys. Even in Spark also we will be using. So if you look at the filter method, is it not a regular method, right? Do you see, is it a regular method or higher order method, higher order function?
It's a regular.
But look at that, it's not regular. It is taking another function, right? It is taking
Oh,
another
it's a
function.
lambda one. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So it is a higher order function. It is a higher order function. It is a higher order function. What is this higher order function?
The
What is the higher
function
order
takes
function?
as an argument as another function.
Another function, correct. So what are the functions which I have shown earlier, like count, drop, this, these are all higher order functions. Okay, let's see another important method, because these methods will directly we'll be using in the uh, Spark as well. Try to remember this function, these method names. Okay, let's go by one from here. Let me go one by one. So it's okay. Okay, this is for iterating through. If you want to iterate through, you can iterate by using loop for each or iterator. What is a iterator? What is a iterator?
Abstract
Iter
class of iterable
yes, your
abstract.
iterator helps us to iterate through the elements to go to the next element. That's where you see I created iterator here, name iterator, name IT. I have this iterator has next element, has next element. It means I can iterate through forward direction. I can iterate forward direction. So I go to this here. If you see this iterator, it has next, has next, and the next. So it means I can forward, I can traverse through forward direction. I can traverse through forward direction. Okay, if I want to do the backward direction also, there is something called list iterator. I don't know whether Scala supports that or not. I will check and come back on this. There is something called list iterator. List iterator. Iterator is the one who can traverse through the forward direction. There is something called list iterator where you can traverse through forward direction as well as a backward direction. Let me see that. List iterator. No, there is no list iterator. Iterator only is there. I will check this how to do the reverse iterator. I think this is the one, reverse iterator. It will go to the bottom and reverse it. But it's not one. There is something called list iterator in Java where you can iterate through the forward direction and you can go backward direction. So how you have a has next element, it has a previous. It has a method called previous. Has previous and previous. It has a method called has previous and previous. But anyway, Scala does not have that list iterator directly. I will check that. Is there any other alternative way we can do that? It means in a single iteration, I can go to the fourth position from in the iteration like a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can come back in the same I can come back in the same object. So it supports that. But the Scala, I'm not really sure. I'll check and I'll revert on that. Okay. Next, adding the elements to the list. This is most important, guys. Adding the elements to the list. So why it is important? Because we will be writing some problem statements or we will be solving when we may need keep on add the elements to the list. We may need keep add to the elements to the list. How we will do that? How we will do that? Let's look at here. Let's look at here. We'll talk about this flatten and all later. Okay, flatten and all later. These are higher order functions. We will see them, flatten and map and flat map. If you see adding elements to the list, adding the element to the list. Let me create this one. Let me execute this. Okay, I have created a list. If I want to add this list, if you want to add the elements to list, I have to go with this, add like this. So when I add this, get here, added, right? Add HDFS is added, right? Let's say, let me print name. If this is your actual list is modified, Is this actual list is get modified? Is your
No,
actual list get modified? It's not
we
modified.
haven't
Can anyone
assigned
tell
it.
me why it is not get modified?
We
You have
haven't
not
assigned it
assigned it,
back to
or
name.
it's immutable. It's immutable. It's immutable. Even though if you assign back to this, to assign back it should be var, right? So that's the reason I declared var. Okay, var. If I do this one, it will get modified. Sorry. If you assign like this, okay. Now if you print the name, it's modified. But you tell me whether it's modified, it's recreated, it's created a new one and assigned. So modified and created and assigned a new one.
It's
Is it
reassigned.
modified? It's get reassigned. It created a new collection object. It created new collection object and get assigned. Okay, let's say I want to sort this elements. Can anyone give me how can I do the sort?
Name dot sort.
Okay, sorted, sorted, sorted. Sort is not a member here. You can see sort by, sort with, sorted. You can do the sorted. You guys are already aware. If I want to do the reverse, if you want to do the reverse, these are all the methods. These are all the methods to modify your list. Correct? These are all the methods to modify your list. But your list is getting modified? Is your list getting modified? No, your list is not getting modified. So what is happening when it gets modified? It's creating a new list. It's creating a new list. It's creating a new list. If you assign to that the same variable, or if you assign to the different variable, that's up to you. So here what we did, we modified and assigned to the same variable. We modified and assigned to the same variable, but here and all other sorted and reverse, we have not modified. You look at here, result 19, result 20, what they are, they're variables. So you can directly access result 20, you'll print it will give you the list of elements. It means your object is getting modified and created new object, and that is getting assigned to the result 20, result 19. They are automatic since it's a REPL, right? So this REPL actually does that automatically. Is this clear? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Let's look at here. Let's look at here. If you see, always I'm doing in this way, prefixed. I'm appending the, this is my list. This is my list. This is my list. I'm putting in front. I mean, I'm prepending. I'm prepending the elements, right? I'm prepending. If I do like this, what will happen? If I do element like this, what will happen? It will not allow. It will not allow. Just look at that as. And also, you cannot assign to the specific position. You cannot assign to the specific position. Okay. Let's look at here. Let's look at here. This is a val. That's the reason it's given error. Assignment. Let's see. I'm appending, prepending like this. Prepending like this. But if you look at this, not only colon colon, not only colon colon, you can do plus colon also. You can do plus colon also. But with the plus colon, if you observe closely, you can prepend, you can append. You can prepend, you can append. With the plus colon, with the colon colon, you cannot append element, you can just prepend element. Let me show you that as an example. I have a name. Let me print first a name, what it's printing. This is my name. Name equal to, again, I'm doing for you. Reassignment. It will create a new object. I'm doing a reassignment. Try to remember, guys, this is a mutable collection. I have not created a mutable one. It's a mutable one. Okay. Name. Let's do the name. Name colon. I'll just do, it allows the duplicate, right? I'll say Spark again. It will not allow. It will not allow. Let me do the same with the plus colon. It's a mutable. Do I need to pick the mutable one? Colon plus, not plus colon. Sorry. Yeah. You look at here. Plus the Spark is there twice. Spark is there twice. Okay. Next. Plus. We already see it allows to add two lists, not the single element, right? So it allows the two lists. So list one, try to merge or concatenate to two lists, but it's a single element. It's a single element. That's the reason it's showing found list any, but required list string. It's required a list string. Yeah, if you do like this, it allows. If you do like this, it allows. You can take a list of Vera, it allows. If you take a single element, it will not. Because plus are used to append or merge or concatenate. Okay, this is another way of concatenating. We already seen this. This is another way of concatenating. If you have a multiple list, you can do this. Plus also allows. Now, converting your list to string. This is also important, guys. This is also important. Why? There will be sometimes you will be solving some problems. That time you may need to convert your list to string. Convert your list to string. It's very simple. MK string,
Ravi,
do you guys remember? Yeah,
can you explain the line 109?
this is a method, right? You remember dot, if you use the
Dot. Uh-huh.
period operator, see,
Yeah.
you can do directly like this. Each and every operation, okay, let me show you a simple example. 10 plus 10, 20,
Uh-huh.
correct?
Uh-huh.
Can I do
Yeah.
like this? Can I do like this? Will it allow? It allows.
Okay.
Since it's a functional programming language and also object-oriented programming language, pure object-oriented programming language, everything will be considered as an object. Even 10 here is an object. Object dot plus function. You
Hmm.
remember, you see here, let me show you the list. Show you the list. 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 List iterator. List, not list iterator. List. List. Look at the methods. Plus plus is the method, plus plus colon is the method, plus plus colon with the different parameters. Similarly, triple colon is also one of the method here. These are all methods, right? So how can you do the methods? Dot you can use, no, for the methods.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. Suppose if
Okay.
I have used filter edit, right? Filter drop, they're all used with the dot symbol, right?
Hmm.
I have used drop and all earlier here, right? These are all used with the dot symbol, right? Dot filter, dot drop. Similarly, dot plus colon plus dot colon colon. So similar way, because they are also methods, Rishabh. They are also methods.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Got
can
your
do
point,
dot plus
Ravi.
plus.
Yeah, yeah.
You got it right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, got it.
They also they look like operators, but they are also methods. And mk string, make string. Mk means make string. So your name is a list, right? Your name is a list here. Your name is a list. I want to convert this list to the simple string with a space or without space, like that. Look at this mk string. There is no space. It's clubbed everything. It's clubbed everything. It's like a HDFS, everything. There is no space. There is no space and all. If you want to make it space, you can you have a you can pass a space like this. Let me show you this. Okay, string with the space with the comma. You can pass with comma. When you want to convert, when you want to convert your collection to, when you want to convert your collection to simple, what I can say, uh, string, you can do like this. Make string, mk string, make string. Mk string means make string, make string. Okay, these are all the examples. When you do this slash, it will print the one by one. But also, this is one requirement. Okay, I tried this one because it's a one requirement. One of the small program I was doing, they asked me to print print uh, a list. I printed the list. When you printed the list, it shows this way, right? It will show like this. It will show like this. But they ask, it should not be the list. Suppose, look at here, I say name. You see how it is printed? It's printed like this, correct? But I don't want to print like this. I want to print it as a string. So even if you see the return type of this is a list of string, but I don't want it in that way. But I want it in a string. The string itself should be in the square brackets, and it should print like that. So that's the reason we did like this. Just what I can say, makeup. It's actually the delimiter is comma only. One first is open bracket, comma. Then your delimiter of your elements, comma. The third one is a close bracket. Nothing else. First part is open bracket. Then next is a delimiter, comma. Third one is a close bracket. Understand? These are all completely everything is a part of the string. Even your square bracket also is not a symbol, it's a string. The square bracket, what you see here, it's not a symbol, it's a string. Because they're all part of the string. Is clear? Any question? Okay. Similarly, you can see here some more examples. You can convert your list. let's say I have a list like this, and I want to convert into array. We have a two array method. We have a two array method. Two array. Two array. Let me take this example. It's converted to array. You can see the data type, and you can see the uh, list and array. They are two different. Okay. Okay. This is converting your different data types we already see. So based on the data type, it will take that respective type. So any value or any or whatever it is, we already discussed that. Deletion. It's a filter. I have shown you, filtering it out the elements. So which are the element based on your condition you can filter. Drop we have seen. And remove the element from the list, element by element. Okay, so let me do one thing. We did this one, right? Let me print a name now. Sorry. Name. This is HDFS, Scala, Java, Spark, Kafka, Hive, MapReduce, and Spark, right? If I do like this, what will be the output? What will be the output? Why it is allowing the plus symbol? Why it is not allowing the minus symbol? Why it is allowing the plus and why it is not allowing it? Because it's a immutable one. This operation is not allowed. If you look at here, you have this colon plus. Plus colon also there, but this is like a prepending. When you want to prepend, plus colon can be used. When you want to append, colon plus can be used. But you do not have colon minus. This method is not there. This method is not there in the list. Those methods are not there in the list. Okay, so for that, let's look at remove also not there in this. But now let me show you one more list. Okay, we have a different type of list, right? Mutable object collection. This collection we are seeing this is immutable, right? Let me show you mutable. Just mutable. So mutable collection. And this list buffer. This list buffer. Lazy linear linked list. Okay. Here we have plus colon plus equal plus colon minus minus equal. In the list buffer you have these operations. In the list buffer you have this, it means in the mutable it is there. but in the immutable, you do not have that option. Okay, immutable, you do not have that option. In the mutable, you have, you can do the minus and all. Okay, look at here. That's the reason I created a mutable list, and you can do the remove minus. You can do these operations. You can do this. In the list to buffer, you have those operations like removing the elements with the remove method, with the minus method, with the minus minus method. These are all there, but you do not have the mutable one. Any questions so far about list? Guys, in the collections, there are a lot of classes are there because there are a lot of chains are there. But covering each and everything is not really possible. So what I'll try to cover, whatever we are going to see as part of the Spark and whatever is going to be important, we'll be using in the regular code. So I'll be showing them like list, set, map. I'll show the list, set also I'll show, hash set, tree set, and all those things I'll show. Any questions?
So, yeah, Ravi, I have one question. At line 188 and 189, there is two symbol. First one is underscore and second one is is equal to greater than. So I wanted to understand what this symbol mean, those two.
This
Yeah.
one, right? This one, right?
Yeah.
See, normally when you write a function, right, you can explicitly write like this. It is a more clear and readable, right? You are taking element. See, this ELE represent the first element in the list. Okay. See, this list two. This let me show you what is the list two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. This is the element, right? 1 to 18. So when you write this function, what will happen? No, when you write this function, the way it works, there are some more methods I want to cover. I will cover in the next session. Look at here. See what I'm trying to do here. This ELE takes the first element. This ELE takes the first element. Then is this first element is greater than 2?
No.
That's the reason it's not taken. Next, this ELE will go to the next element, 2. Then ELE greater than 2. So this ELE represent, I mean, so the whatever, it's not only ELE, you can explain, you can do the X, you can do the variable, anything. You can do your own thing, X or Y or whatever you want, you can take, right? So this ELE represent element by element, one by one element. Okay. So see, here you are writing ELE and here also you are writing ELE, correct? ELE, lambda, ELE. Yes or no? ELE, rocket, ELE.
Okay. Okay.
Instead of that, you can manage with a single ELE, a single symbol. What is that? Underscore. The underscore represents every element in the list, element by element in the list. That this underscore represents element by element in the list. Let me show you this. So that underscore, what it does, it takes the first element, checks the greater than 2 or not. Next, it will take the second element, check the greater than 2 or not. Next, take the, so either first way you write or second way you write. First way is the more clear. The second way is like, as you asked, like, it will be little confused.
Okay. So
Is
means
it
like
clear?
both yeah, it's clear.
Both are same. Both are same. The only thing is, instead of writing your the element 2 times or multiple times, you represent is just say underscore. It will understand that it's a, you can call it as a placeholder. It understand that the first element it will place. Second time, second iteration, second element. Third iteration, third element. Fourth iteration, fourth element. Like that it will do.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to cover, there are a few more methods, guys. I want to cover them. I will cover as part of the next session, like a map, flat map, fold by. Those things I will cover in the next session. Those are most important. I will cover in the next session. Even no problem. If it's delay for a few days for the Spark, no problem. We'll cover those methods in the next session. next weekend we will be having a next weekend we will be having a session. Please plan for that. Any questions so far?
Ravi,
Yeah.
Do you have any website where we can have some kind of scenarios that we can, practice out using all the topics that you have, shared till now? Like practice
Practice.
examples where we can try out like a small piece of codes or couple of, scenarios which we can do on our own.
Hacker rank you guys can try. I think it will this hacker rank will have some questions, problems and problems. I think you can provide the solutions. Hacker rank is the one. Uh, Let me see, is there any specific site like that? I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Ravi.
These examples and all, yes, I understand. These examples and all will help you to clear the concepts, but now the scenario things, yeah, let me see if I find any. Hacker rank, you can actually, I think it's the best.
Yeah, but
Similar to hacker rank, there are so many. Please go
actually,
ahead, ma.
nowadays, like companies are like first round will be like written test only, and they will be
Hmm.
giving us a lot of scenarios where we need to implement and execute it in the
No,
Scala. So
those are not scenarios actually. Those are not scenarios. What you can say, those you can see as a problems. Let me say, I want to reverse a string, or I want to, let's give me an example. Uh, uh, I have a number called 789. I think I have talked about it last time. Let's say I have a number like this. One second, guys. Hello? Yes. Yeah. చెప్తాను ఒక్క నిమిషం సెషన్ ఉన్నా నేను ఫోన్ చేస్తాను మీకు నేనే ఫోన్ చేస్తాను. Look at this 789. So I want the output here should be 7 plus 8 plus 9 equal to comes 24. I think, yeah, 24. Now this 24 also has to go to 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6, right? The final output I'm expecting 6 should come like this. Let's say this output also came as 2 digits. Then again you need to, so this kind of scenarios you can do. Armstrong numbers, these kind of problem statements people ask in interview. Those things
okay,
you guys can get, these kind of problem statements you can get from the hacker rank.
okay, Ravi.
Okay, yeah, that's it for now. Let's connect in the next session. We'll discuss more. Thank you guys, thanks for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ravi.
Thanks, Ravi.
Thank you.